The old order is failing, collapsing, disintegrating. August 19, 2014. Humanity's awakening has been divinely promised and is at hand. Nothing can prevent it because not only is it God's will, which is always achieved, but it is now also humanity's collective will, and because you were given free will, your will is always honored. Until quite recently, individual wills, divided and confused as they were, had made humanity's collective will very difficult to discern. It was collectively unstable, changeable, confused, conflicted, and chaotic, but now it is coming beautifully into alignment and is determinedly seeking world peace, person by person. Although, if you pay too much attention to the gloom and doom on the news media, you might well believe that nothing much has altered, and that humanity's endless dance with conflict and betrayal continues unabated. However, over the last several decades, with the vast increase in educational opportunities for large sections of humanity, much scientific study and research has been focused on meditation and on the effects it has on those who practice it. That research shows that it is hugely beneficial to those who engage with it, and that when large numbers meditate as a group, the effects are felt all around the world, and fear and anxiety decrease exponentially. Consequently, those who are spiritually gifted and guided among you have been spreading the word about its benefits, and willingly teaching a variety of methods that assist people to access their deep inner space where peace is always to be found. This is why all those from the spiritual realms, who speak to you through your human channels, keep stressing to you the importance of daily meditation. There has been an enormous increase over the last 10 or 15 years in the numbers of people across the world engaging daily in meditation. The effects of that turn inwards, towards spirit. Meditation always leads to spirit, even if the meditator does not acknowledge it, and the peace found there is spiritual, are clearly visible in the worldwide growth and movements for peaceful change. Awareness has grown that life as it has been lived for eons on earth, conflict after conflict with intensely self-centered agendas set by those who plan and commit to them, has to cease, or you will destroy yourselves and cause horrendous damage to the planet. So we continue to remind you to meditate. Your meditation, as you have been told, has an enormous effect on the human collective, causing an agitation in consciousness that leads even more to meditate. The vast numbers meditating regularly are bringing about the changes that you have been hoping and praying for a very long time. Allow yourselves to believe the good news that your intuition brings to you when you allow and encourage your egoic minds to take a break from flooding you with disturbing distractions. When you contact your intuition, your higher self, your favorite ascended master, archangel, the Holy Mother, or the Holy Spirit, what you hear, sense, feel, or even see, is always wisdom of the highest order, wisdom that you can trust and depend upon. Within the spiritual realms, all are aware of and engaged with their oneness in a cooperative and harmonious outpouring of love to heal you all, but can and do still respond to you individually as the one you choose to address or call on. The advice that you receive is always wise and loving, it never judges, blames, or condemns, and that is how you can be sure that it is truthful guidance that will assist you in the moment as you ask. Keep on asking because you do need our support, and by asking for it you open yourselves to receive it. As we keep telling you, all are one. Therefore what you do as one, by asking for and accepting assistance from us, is to follow your chosen spiritual path, and that changes the world. There are always, in every moment, many of you calling on us, and those calls are all constantly amalgamating into a most powerful request for assistance to which we are constantly and lovingly responding. However, when you allow yourselves to be overwhelmed by the fears and worries of the illusion, you drift off your path. Your spiritual energy field then weakens and you become far less effective in the work that you incarnated to do, because you are effectively buying back into the illusion of separation. This is not a judgment, it is just an observation. We do fully understand how difficult it is for you to maintain your focus in a world where conflict, competition, and disingenuous agendas appear to be the normal and necessary modes of behavior in order to survive. You do get dragged down, your spiritual energy field does weaken, and it seems that you are alone and abandoned in a very unsafe and threatening environment. And when you ask us for help, it maybe seems to you that you have not been heard or that we have not responded to your call. The energy field of the illusion, the busy workday world in which you have to operate, is very loud. Consequently, unless you make a very determined effort to go within, to your quiet and holy inner sanctuary, it is extremely difficult for you to hear us, sense us, or intuit our presence and guidance. In fact, it may well appear that the raucous noise of the world's energy field has recently become even louder and more insistent that you attend to it, making it more difficult for you to access that place of inner peace and calm. The old order is failing, collapsing, disintegrating, and in its final moments it is desperately clinging to its last vestiges of power and influence, so it does appear to be louder, noisier, and more overwhelming in its assault on your senses. Remind yourselves frequently that it is in its last moments, that its grip on the engines of power is slipping, and that the noise that it is making is the sound of grinding and splintering gears that are broken and seizing as the fear and worries of humanity, that were its lubricating agent, are withdrawn. Love is smoothing and calming the hearts of humanity all across the world as it flows relentlessly but gently into every nook and cranny, into every dark corner that would resist its warm and healing embrace, and even in the darkest of places, its powers of persuasion are proving irresistible. Love's endless willingness to hold all, without exception or conditions, to its soft and tender bosom in a refreshing and reassuring hug, that confirms unconditional acceptance of even those who feel the least worthy of entering into its presence, is bringing you all home to reality. It is waking you up into the glorious brilliance of God's utterly entrancing and unending day. With so very much love, Saul. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman.wordpress.com